Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Thursday, March 18th, 2021. We are in the final hour of a very interesting day. The final hour of the day is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions based upon what the large financial institutions are doing in the last hour, and particularly right near the close. During the day, you have the algorithms and you have the day traders. They are in control of the price. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, take control, move the market. They're dealing with the most money. They have this very smart people, best information, best technology. And in my opinion, following what they do at the end of the day is a long-term edge in your trading. So thank you all for coming today. It's nice to see everyone. I really look forward to this time of the day, and I appreciate you all spending your time here and sharing your thoughts. And I hope by spending your time here that it is helping you with your trading and your investing. So this is an interesting day. My goodness. I mean, what a huge reversal after what we had yesterday. So currently the Dow's down 13 points is all, but it was up much higher earlier. The NASDAQ is down 315 points, down 2.34%, so having a big down day. The S&P is also down 39 points, down 1% even. So big reversal day after yesterday's big up move after the Fed meeting that happened with Jay Powell. So anyway, I hope you're all staying safe out there. I hope you are adhering to your stops. I hope that you are position sizing correctly. I hope that you are considering the different types of stocks you're having so that you don't have too much correlation. On a day like today, it really kind of drives the point home. So, okay, here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. After that, I did have some day trades today that I will share with you. After that, we're going to go over to the board and take a look at my students' positions that had me put those up on the board, and we're going to see how those are doing. Mostly red, unfortunately. I do see one green over there, PKI, so that's good. So at least we have that going for us. After that, we're going to talk about trader psychology. Probably an important day to talk about trader psychology. You know, when you get punched in the face, metaphorically, like the market is doing right now, it tends to evoke emotions. And that's when people get in trouble. That's when people start doubling and tripling down on their position size. That's when they start trying to average their losers. You know, take it for what it is. It's just a down day. It's a loss. They're bound to happen. Happens to everyone. But don't get too crazy and go out and try to do something quick to make the money back, because I'll tell you from experience, it does not work, or at least not very often. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal Scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. The first requirement is I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Requirement number 2, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1. So if I'm risking $100 to the downside, I need to be able to make 200 or more to the upside. And then number 3, as I just mentioned a little while ago, please take into consideration how many positions you have, how much correlation you have. Are you position sizing correctly? Do you really need the trade? You know, have an honest talk with yourself before you hit that buy button. All right. So I'm going to go through the end of day candidates. If I find something that looks good, I will go ahead and buy it at the end of the day. After the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you have any stock symbols that you would like me to look at today, please let me know. I'll do my very best to take a look at those and give you my humble opinion on them. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits that are up on the board today they would like me to update, if you could please wait until the end of the day so I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, pressure's off, and I'll get it all taken care of. So it should be very interesting to see where this market closes. My gosh, yep, it's getting redder and redder as I'm looking here at the screen. So hang tight. I'm going to run that U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, well, let's see who is here. Have my microphone on, do I? I do. All right. All right. Okay, Lava74 is here. Good to see you, Lava. Hope you are doing well, my friend. David says, hello, Gregorian traders. Hello, David. Good to see you, as always. Tracy Peterson, good to see you, Tracy. Sorry about having to cancel last night's lesson. But I'm looking forward to our next lesson with you and Paxton. Hope you are doing well. David says, what a horrible day for the markets. Other than that, it's sunny and nice today in Denver. Well, that's good. Let's try to look for the positive, right, David? Kamal says, hey, Greg and all. Hey, Kamal. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel every day. I appreciate it. I know everyone else says. Jonathan is here. Hello, Greg and group. Hello, Jonathan. I did get your email, and I will reply this evening. But yes, we are on for this coming Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. Nigma is here. Hello, Nigma. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Steve Burns is here. Hi, Steve. Always honor and a privilege to have the great Steve Burns here. Appreciate everything you do for this channel. I really mean that. Sure, everyone else does. DIA has been struggling to get and stay above the 70 RSI for 3 days. Well, it doesn't surprise me that 70 RSI, that's a tough level, especially for an index to get through. Steve says, Etsy has a slight 1050 EMA crossover today. Oh my gosh, does it? Let me write that down. All right, so I'll put that on the list. Let me put it down here. Okay, thank you for that, Steve. So we'll be looking at that a little bit later. Frank is here. Good to see you, Frank. As always, thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Frank, I appreciate it. With your great poems and funny sayings, and they're great. Thank you, thank you. Miko is here. Good afternoon. Oh, Miko. Come on now. Goof afternoon, Greg and group. See, I can proofread your work too. That's an inside joke between us, by the way. But good to see you, Miko. Dan says, hi, Greg and everyone. Hello, Dan. Good to see you, bud. Johan, good chatting with you earlier. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Tim, good to see you. I emailed you back. Really sad about Sean Bradley. He got paralyzed. I kind of grew up, we were about the same age, watched him play at BYU and watched him play at with the Mavericks. And yeah, I was actually really shocked when I heard that news, but thank you for sending that over. Gary is here. Hello, bud. Good chatting with you earlier. Lova says Uber, higher low V1, under over the 50 RSI, under over the 50 SMA. Gap down yesterday was approximately 1 ATR, weekly support at the 20. Lova, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you how you're analyzing and putting this all together. When I read that post, that's essentially what That's essentially what my mind does every day. That's how I break things down. Uh, Thing is, though, you're looking at day one's bar this big. It's actually this big. It's from this close down. So it looks like it's here to here. It's not. It's from here to here. So the day one bar is larger than 1 ATR. It's not much of a washout. It's under 50. Weekly at the 20. Are we looking at Uber? We're looking at the same thing? Yeah, I don't see it here on the 20 on my chart, but I mean, look, it's the relative strength's pretty good. Only down 4 cents on the day. That is good, and it is in the value zone. Steve says PTON struggling to hold the 200-day moving average. Yes, it is. MACD's green. Might be a good risk to reward. Down 4.59% today. Rasim is here. Hello from Germany. Guten Tag, Rasim. Hope you're doing well, and thank you for coming back and visiting. Nice catch, Greff. That's great. That's great. Like I said, that's an inside joke with me going, that's funny. Thank you for that, bud. All right. Well, this is going to be ugly. Should we look? Let's do it. All right. Amazon. Well, I truly liked my position on Amazon yesterday. It was a higher low V1 and close above the 200-day moving average. MACD was green, above 50 RSI. I don't know how to get any better than that, but just goes to show you, no matter how good your setup, the market does not have to go along with your plan. And Amazon certainly did not go along with my plan. It's down 2.9% today. Only saving grace is that Gary and I took half positions yesterday, so we are thankful for that, right? Wish we hadn't taken it, but if I don't take this trade, I don't know what trade I would ever take. See what I mean? But I did take a half position, so that helps. And the reason I took a half position was because I took another position in tech, and I did not want the correlation of doubling up on tech. So I took 2 1/2 positions, just equals 1 position. So anyway, it's a bummer on the trade. I'm going to have to get out, take the loss. But again, happy that I was conservative yesterday and went with the 1/2 position. Facebook's been really strong. I mean, it's down today, but in relationship to the rest of the market, it's been holding up pretty well. I did buy Facebook back here at 268.32. We had a 520 crossover the previous day. Crossover was still in place the next day when I bought it, but what I really liked about it was it rejected the 50 RSI, the 50 SMA, 10, 20, 5 EMA. So I bought it at 268.32 and has run up beautifully. Of course, I take profits anytime I have a certain amount of movement each day. No profit targets today. It's still holding. It's not closing below any previous day's low. We are at the 1.5 ATR level from my entry, so I am in trailing stop mode. So at this point, if I get a close below the previous day's low, I would sell half. And actually, let me look back over at yesterday's 62.48. I don't think that got to 65. Had it got to 65, I would have got out of the entire position with the close below the 5 EMA. But it's hanging in there pretty good. I mean, everything considered, it's hanging in there pretty good, down but 0.96%. But anyway, I will be keeping Facebook. Merck. All right, Gary and I also took position in Merck, a half a position. The setup was a double bottom with the bullish divergence. Here's the low, deep red MACD bars, rallied to green MACD bars, made a lower low on very shallow MACD bars. Trigger was an under 30, over 30, bought here at 72.08. And look at this. It has just been a monster ride. Did hit 1 profit target today at 77.91. Did sell half of my position here when it rejected the 50 RSI. That was a bit of a danger zone there, a red flag, but glad I kept the other half. I'm going to sell this today. I'm going to go ahead and lock in profits because of the market in general and because we rejected the 100-day moving average and we rejected the third ATR channel, and it's been a big trade. So I'm going to go ahead and just lock in all the profits on Merck today. Qs. Well. Johan, Steve, and myself did buy the Qs yesterday with a 520 crossover. It's a good crossover signal. More times than not, it makes money over the long run. That's why we use it. But just huge reversal, down 2.67% today. I bought a half position. I'm glad because I also bought Amazon. So grateful for that. But I will be exiting this with the 520 crossover, and I'm sure Steve and Johan probably will be too, unless they have another plan. So kind of a bummer, but have to stick with my rules, right? QS. All right, Lilia and I did buy QS back here with the 520 crossover at 58.41. Next day didn't do much. Nice big up day. Glad I took some of the profits, right? When I had them down, I think yesterday I hit one. I can't remember. It is down today 4.39%. It is holding the 5 and the 20. It is holding the 50 RSI. So I will be keeping this today. If it closed below both the 5 and the 20, those are the two moving averages that I use to take the trade. I would sell half, but it is holding. Overnight SPY trade, no better here. I bought overnight SPY trade at 397.26. I got out this morning at 394.49. Trying to look on the bright side, it is much lower than where I sold it. So, we have to try to have sense of humor and we have to try to look at the bright side of things. And so that's the bright side. I will be buying this again today at the close, and I'll be selling it first thing tomorrow morning at the open. Square is ugly. Gary, Frank, and myself, we did buy Square with the 1050 EMA crossover at 241.85. The 1050 EMA crossover, excuse me. Right now, the 10 is at 236.74. The 50 is at 234.07. However, it is closing below both the moving averages that I used, so I will be selling half today. If the 10 crosses under the 50, I will be getting out of the entire trade. So pretty ugly, nasty all along. Speaking of ugly and nasty, let me show you a day trade that I had here. I like this sidewards motion. I like this V2. I bought it here at 133.67. These are bonds. Immediately, one and done, out. That was just rude. 133.67. I got out at 133.43. So 24 cents on the trade, which is a bummer. But what made it even ruder, as soon as I sold it, right back up. But that's how it goes sometimes, right? That's how it goes. And now look, it's just cruising. So I did have a positive trade on this. Here, sorry, I have somebody delivering something. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Oh, man. Okay, sorry about that. I had a feeling they were going to deliver it right in the middle of the podcast, and they sure did. Okay, sideways motion here. Bullish engulfing bar. I kind of held my nose, took the trade. I liked the volume that happened. I bought it here at 133.48. Next bar went zooming up. I sold half at 133.72. Hit another level up here. at 133.81, and then I had a close below the previous day's low. So it was a good trade. 133.48, 133.72, 133.74, and 133.81. Apple. All right, here we go on Apple. I bought, oh boy, I have so many trades here on Apple. I did buy Apple here with this higher low V2. I bought it at 121.90. Went my way. I didn't take any profits. Then up, and then it screamed up, and I thought I was doing great. And then it came down. I sold half at 122, and the other half I sold at break even. So it was a profitable trade. I know that's probably a little hard for you to see because of all the other trades. Okay, here was a decent trade. False breakout to the downside. I took the V2 when it triggered. I got in at 121.99. At the end of the bar, I got out of half at 122.25. Screamed up again. Another half of a half at 122.45. And then I got out here with a close below the previous day's low at 122.35. So anyway, there you go. Profitable on the day trading, but not profitable on the swing trading. This has been a tough day. It's been a tough day, but you know, that's part of the deal. That's part of trading. So what do you do, right? What do? You just take your signals, you just keep going, and that's it. Steve says, my QQQ and QLD positions have uncrossed the 520 EMA, so I will be exiting today. Yeah. Same with me. Good to see you, Yuvar. Thank you for coming. EU citizens are not allowed to trade ETFs. FYI. Quad says, good afternoon. And Greg, that seemed an excessive amount of knocks for the delivery person. I was thinking the same thing. I was expecting nice little delivery knock. I was like, what is that, the police? That sounded like a police knock, didn't it? My gosh. Frank has a poem. And if you knew what they were delivering, it's completely out of character. Oh my gosh. Frank has a poem for us. Let's read it. It's a good feeling to follow a plan you can embrace, to see your strategy unfold and fall into place. Oh, I love this. Seeing profits from stocks you didn't chase and the stops you put on it just in case. How good is that, everybody? Let me paste this over here. That was an excessive amount of knocks. And the girl that delivered it was like tiny, small. Her knock does not fit her body size. All right, let's read the poem again. It's a good feeling to follow a plan you can embrace, to see your strategy unfold and fall into place. Seeing profits from stocks you didn't chase and the stops you put on it just in case. Well, here's a day we need to have our stops on it, right? Wow. Kamal says the delivery guy was an ex-cop. It wasn't a guy. It was a small little petite lady. Maybe she was an ex-cop. Maybe she knocked too hard. Maybe that's why she's not a cop anymore. Leva says, CHPT double bottom bullish divergence rejected 30 RSI for 3 consecutive days. Leva, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you with this analysis. What's the funniest thing ever with the knocks? No double bottom, bud. No double bottom. Double bottom would mean this would have to be lower than over here, and there would have to be a bullish divergence, meaning we have to have red bars, we have to turn green, then we have to go back to less red bars. There are no red bars here, so this is just one move. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is all ugly. Freaking ugly, my gosh. Oy vey, everybody. Dow's down 100 points now. Sure, why not? Nasdaq's down 361. Only thing going up today, VIX. Look at the VIX go. My gosh. All righty. Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 sec. All right. Steve's Mamal is here. Hello, Mamal. Nice to see you. Steve says this may be some quadruple witching volatility action. It's some action, all right. Frank says, Dan, thanks, Dan, but we need a knock-knock joke today. It's so good. It's so good. I can't stand it. Got it. It makes sense. It makes you prouder someday if I can actually get analysis correct. Hey, buddy, you're starting to dial it in. You are calibrating it in. I think everyone out there would agree. It just takes some time to get the nuances, but I'm really proud of you, man. I'm really proud about how your brain's working, looking for the combination, confluences on different time frames. Fantastic, but I'm really, really proud of you. All right. Let's go and take a look at other positions. All right, first on deck, we have Steve Burns. Bought Skyworks, SWKS at 181.06 with a 520 crossover. It is 175.35. It is down 4% today, so down on the day and down on the trade. PKI, well, Kamal actually has the one that's up. He bought it at 126.60 with the V2 close above the 200, and it is green today. Kamal deserves an award for having something that's green. So up on the day, up on the trade. Boyd Gaming, Tracy and Paxton bought Boyd Gaming way back here at 47.38. They sold half here at about 55.75. Down 4.69% today. So big day down, but nicely still up, down on the day, but nicely up on the trade. That's what really matters. QLD. Steve bought QLD, which is double leverage Qs. He bought it yesterday with the 520 crossover. He bought it at 119.07. It's 112.99. It is down 5.36% today. Looks like the 520 is crossed under. So I imagine Steve will be getting out of this trade. So down here on the day and down on the trade. Fastly, Kamal bought Fastly yesterday at 75.30. It's currently 70.36. I'm laughing at the knock. Yeah, this is a bummer. This is down 6.51% today for Kamal. So down on the day and down on the trade. IWB, Steve Burns bought IWB using the 530 SMA crossover. He bought it at 223.19. It's 222.39. So down on the day and also down on the trade. NVAX. All right, Frank bought NVAX all the way back here. One of the biggest trades I've seen in a long time. Frank bought at 135. It more than doubled. He sold 90% of his position. He kept a 10% trailer, still well above his entry point, down on the day like almost everything else, but definitely up on the trade. BWA, Frank bought BWA at 47.12, sold half on the big move up here, which I'm glad, and it is down today, but still up on up on the trade. Excuse me. I'm feeling better than yesterday, but still a little peaked. Johan, I liked this trade yesterday on BIDU at 276.30. Is down today, down 4.38%. So down on the day, down on the trade, like about everything else. Shopify, Kamal bought Shopify at 1086. It's 1121.52. It is down 4% today, but Kamal is still up on the trade, so that is impressive. Carlos bought Etsy with the 520 Crossover. Oh, the pullback. Yeah, that's right. He bought the pullback when the crossover is still in place. He bought it at 216.16. It's 211.76, down 3.06% today. Okay, SSO is Steve Burns. Steve Burns bought SSO, which is the double leverage SPY. He used the 1030 EMA crossover. He bought it at 97.68. It is 99.95 down on the day, but Steve is still up on this trade. SPLX, Steve bought SPXL, which is 3 times leverage SPY. He bought it at 80.45. Nice move. It's down 3.36% today, but Steve is still up on this trade. So let's focus on the positive there, right? That it's still up. Steve also bought MNST Monster, at 88.38. Using the 520 crossover. Is down today, but well off of its low, so that's good. And then lastly, eBay. Timothy and Mamal bought eBay with this nice deep dip buy rejection of the 200, bought it at 53.30, and beautiful trade up, only down a penny today. So eBay is super strong, and they are up 9.66% on the trade. So pretty impressive, and pretty impressive only being down 1 penny on the day. The most impressive one is PKI being up. And who was that? That's Kamal, right? Yeah, that's Kamal. Oh my. Well, shoot. Lovis has got it. It makes sense. I'll make you prouder someday. Oh, I already read that. You're already making me proud, bud. You're already making me proud. Lilia is here. Hello, Lilia. Nice to see you. Nice chatting with you earlier. Hope you are having a good day and the dogs are doing well. So, wow. All right. Well, here we go. Let's do this. I saw this post and I was like, this is about perfect for trader psychology time. This is from Yuzar Hussein. Who's a friend of mine on Facebook, and he posts in the New Traders, Rich Traders Facebook page, which is a great serious traders forum over on Facebook. So come on over, apply to the channel. Steve's there, Kamal's there, Tom Basso's there, I'm there. But I really like this post, and let's take a look and see what it says. This is from Adam Grimes. As a trader, your losses are your cost of doing business, and you cannot have profits without those losses. You must learn to think over the next 20 trades, not the next single trade. You must avoid attaching too much importance to any outcome. If you truly understand loss, you can accept that loss, make it part of who you are, and use it for your success. Adam Grimes. Look, any business has cost, whether it's cost of goods, materials, employee costs, rent, all sorts of costs, right? Well, trading is a business, so you are going to have costs. What are costs going to be? Your internet connection, maybe commissions on your trading if you have those still. But your main cost of goods in trading are going to be your losing trades. I mean, if you made every trade was a winning trade, my gosh, you'd make a ton of money, right? It adds up fast, even if it was a few $100 a day, right? But unfortunately, we have winning days, we have losing days, just like today. And remember, it's just part of doing business. It's the cost of doing business. So as a trader, your losses are your cost of doing business, and you cannot have profits without those losses. They're just part of it, right? You must learn to think over the next 20 trades, not the next single trade. We have to take the long view, marathon, not a sprint. You must avoid attaching too much importance to any outcome. Any one trade. I mean, listen, if I took a coin out and I said, hey, pick heads or tails, and you picked heads and it was tails, would you like beat yourself up that, oh man, I'm like a horrible picker, or I don't know what I'm doing? No, because you know it's totally random, right? And trading is also totally random. So, think in, he says 20 trades. I like to think in terms of 1,000 trades, right? But you must avoid attaching too much importance to any outcome. If you truly understand loss, you can accept that loss, make it part of who you are, and use it for your success. Isn't that good? I thought it was good. All right, give me 1 second. Not a flower, not the, oh. And hold on. Okay. Man, it happens every time about this time of day. Okay. All right. So let's move this back over here from Adam Grimes. Timothy says, good to have one positive. I agree. I definitely agree. Gary says, I like Verizon today if it can close above the 50 EMA and the 250. Nice V1 in a down market. Well, let's look at Verizon. So the V1 happened yesterday, actually, Gary. The V1 happened yesterday. It didn't happen today, but we are over the 50. We are up on the day. That speaks volumes. The only thing I would consider is when we look over at this big down bar, we are right at about halfway, and that's exactly where it got stuck. See what I'm saying? So let's keep that in mind. All right, well, let's see how everything's doing over here. All right, Amazon's getting creamed. I will definitely be out of Amazon today. I think it's going to close below the 200. Facebook, I'm still holding Facebook. I'm not doing anything with Facebook. It's an inside day today. Didn't close below the previous day's low, so I will be holding Facebook. Merck, it is positive. I should be happy for that. I am going to lock in profits on Merck with the rejection of the third ATR channel and the 100 above. So I'm just going to be done with this trade, but it's been a fantastic trade. Qs, my Lord, down 2.85%. The 5 is definitely crossing under the 20. So I will be exiting Qs as well. QS is down today. I will be holding. The price is still holding above the 5 and the 20. That's why I took it. Still holding the 50 RSI. So this is a big percentage mover stock, but I will be selling. I will be keeping QS today. SPY. I guess I'll be getting a pretty good price at the close on SPY for the overnight SPY trade. Who knows? Square, I'm going to be selling half. I may be selling all. Let's see, 236.41, 234.10. So no, I will be keeping this. I'm sorry, I will be selling half of this today, but I will be keeping the other half. Okay. What do we have? About 20 minutes. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, give me a sec. And we'll take a look at our end of day stuff. All right. Okay, that's that. All right, here we go. All right, so the Dow's now down 136. The Nasdaq's down 376. Wow. Unreal, everybody. All right, let's take a look at some potentials here. Here is Live Nation Entertainment. This is a false breakout to the downside. It is a V1. Here's day one. Here's day two. Day two washes out day one, closing above day one's close. It's well off of its high here today. A lot of volume. Let's look over on the weekly. And it did reject the negative 1 ATR channel, which is also important. On the weekly, good and bad here. We rejected the 5 EMA to the downside and the second ATR channel. That's positive. On the negative side, we are under 70 RSI. We went above 70 and below 70, and we are, we're pretty high up here. I mean, 92% of prices fail here. I'm not saying it doesn't have some more room to go. Kind of a mixed bag, actually, but it is up today. So, that's important. ROL, this is a nice higher low V1. False breakout to the downside from over here. Here's the low of the range. Today we went under the yesterday's bar. We also went under the low of the range and reversed back up with the V1. MACD is positive. We're at 40.97 RSI. If we look over on the weekly, we did reject the 5 EMA on the weekly. This week we have the 50 moving average above. This one is up today. It's a possibility. I like that MACD is green. That's for sure on the daily. And I like that it's up, and it is a nice higher low V1 for sure. What else do we have? CPRT. Okay, so Lilia, this was good one earlier. But now it's, we were looking at the 520 EMA crossover, I believe, right? And I think it's untriggered now, so I don't think I'll be getting involved with that. TMO, this is one that I believe Johan caught. It's a V1, close above the 200-day moving average, close above the negative 1 ATR channel. MACD is positive. If we look over on the weekly, we have the negative 1 ATR channel above. This one is up. I mean, that is pretty strong. I would have to say, all in all, this is probably my favorite one, to be honest with you. And then Etsy, let's take a look at Etsy. I think Steve said there was a 520 crossover. Well, the crossover is still in place, but it crossed back over here, didn't it? Oh, Carlos. Oh, no. Okay. We already got that. Yeah, I don't think I'm interested in that. I'd rather wait for a cross under and then a cross back over. ETSC or ESTC. Don't see anything there that I'm interested in. Ping, holding a range here. Nothing really jumps out at me on this. RGEN does have a higher low V2. It's 49.16. It has already rejected the 1.8 or the 50 RSI. So to me, that is a bad sign. ZS, I don't see anything there. BDX, big down bar. We got right to the halfway and failed. I don't see anything there either. Verizon, this is the one that Gary was talking about. So 520 crossover, which is good. Over the 50 RSI, which is good. Over the 50-day moving average, which is good, but we do have the big down bar here, and we've rallied to halfway. If we look over on the weekly, it's a V1 on the weekly, which is good. Yeah, I mean, Verizon's not bad. I mean, it's kind of a defensive play, and I imagine that's why it's up today. And then TGT is Target. V1. Let's see if we rejected the 50 RSI already. Not quite. Not quite. That one's okay. MACD is positive, and it is up on the day. You know, look at this big down bar that we have, and see where we're stuck. We're stuck right at the halfway mark. So let's look at those one more time. I don't like the selling that already showed up here on LYV. So I'm going to pass on that one. ROL, MACD is positive, which is better. That one's still in the running. CPRT, no. Etsy, no. TMO has over 1 million shares traded. False breakouts to the downside and a V1, and it's up today. Yeah, I like TMO the best. I like TMO the best for sure. Just to close below the 200-day would get me out. So let me put TMO up here. All right, so we have about 13 minutes. I'm going to have to start taking care of losing positions before I start jumping into any new positions. So Amazon, I'm just going to wait here, see what the end of the day does. But SPY is making a low on the day. Looks like the Qs are making a low on the day as well. Apple making a low, everything making a low. Wow, what a nasty day, my gosh. All right, well, I'm going to start unloading some things. I'm going to get rid of Amazon. All right. I am holding on to Facebook. I am going to get out of Merck. I'm going to lock Merck's trade in. Qs. I'm going to get rid of Qs here. All right. QS I am holding. SPY I am buying at the close. SQ I am getting out of half. Whew, this is getting ugly. Holy smokes. All right. Oh, the 1050, Steve. Okay, thank you. Steve says I exited Monster Energy and SWKS for small losses here. Okay, and I think okay, and the Qs, right? Okay, thoughts. DOP. Good to see you, DOP. Thoughts on BBY? Best Buy. I wouldn't buy it here. I mean, it's actually cup and a handle, but it's rejected that. A lot of sellers came in up at these levels. This is just too high of an area for me to buy up here, DOP. I'd rather buy here in the value zone and start selling when it gets up here instead. Hum. Humana. Yeah, bounced at the 200 yesterday. I don't think I'd be buying up at these levels though. I mean, it already rejected the second ATR channel today, Tim. I mean, right now it's under, but it has found resistance here. I mean, it's good that it has relative strength and it's up today. Let's look over on the weekly. Weekly's decent. It's right in the middle of the value zone. It's one of the better ones I've seen today. Scott Trades, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, listen, if any of you don't know who Scott is from Scott Trades, check him out on Twitter, Scott Trades, and he has a great channel, great educator, and I appreciate you coming by, Scott. Hey, Greg and everyone, hope you are well. Chop City out there. Yep, not so hot tamale today for sure. Timothy says DHR bounce off 200, almost V2. Yeah, low. Actually, it's a V1. Today went below yesterday's low. MACD just turned positive. It is up on the day. I mean, that's saying something. Weekly, I'm not too thrilled about because it has the -1 ATR channel above it. I liked your Humana one better. Steve says I am out of IWB. Okay. Steve, maybe you could give me a recap when we're done. As far as I think you're out of everything except for the SPY and the SS or the what is it? SSO and SPXL. I think those are the ones you're keeping, I believe. But anyway, maybe you could just update me so I know for sure. All right, so for me today, I like TMO, I like Thermo Fisher Scientific with the rejection of the -1 ATR channel, higher low V1, close over the 200-day moving average, and positive MACD. So I will be buying TMO here at the close. I will be buying a full position, not a half position. We have about 5 minutes to go. And again, I did sell Amazon with the close below the 200. I am keeping Facebook because it held the previous day's low. I already locked in profits here on Merck with the rejection of the third ATR channel. I already sold the Qs with the cross under, the 520 cross under. QS I am holding because it's still above the 5 and the 20 and the 50 RSI. SPY I will be buying at the close for the overnight SPY trade. SQ, the 1050 EMA is still in place, but I am selling half of it because it closed below both the 10 and the 50. If and when the 10 closes under the 50, I will exit the entire position on that. Or if my emergency stop comes first, whichever one comes first. All right, we have about 3 minutes to go. TMO is going to be my only purchase today, well, other than the overnight SPY trade. So I guess I'll go ahead and buy TMO right now. Steve says, I will be out of everything on the close. Okay, good to know, Steve. Scott said, you and everyone else, Steve, market on close, 2.5 billion to the sell side. So what he's talking about there, market on close orders, and somehow Scott has seen a figure of 2.5 billion to the downside selling on the close. So we'll see what happens. Whew, what a day. V1 on VIX. VIX off of its high. All right, we have about 30 seconds to go. Let's see what Apple does here in the last 5 minutes. All right, that's it, everybody. Wow, what a day. Wow, what a day. So let's keep positive. We can't make money every single day. And it's just part of the process, right? So I did buy SPY at 391.48, and I did buy TMO at 446.61. All right. Here we go. So overnight SPY trade definitely was a loser, but glad I got out at the open. 391.48 is the price I bought the overnight SPY on. And then TMO, I bought with the higher low V1, close above the 200-day, close above the -1 ATR channel while MACD was positive and increased volume. And got that there at 446. Oh, not a good fill. 446.61. I guess I should have waited till the very end. All right. So listen, if anybody has any new additions or subtractions to the board today, please go ahead. This is the time to do it. Just put it in the live stream, and I'll get to it. Before I do that, just to remind everybody, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I do teach a 15-hour course, which I think is a great course. 5 hours. I'm sorry, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours for a total of 15 hours. I teach you all 5 of my trading strategies that I use. I teach you step by step so you know exactly how many shares to buy, where your emergency stop is, where your end of day stops are, where your profit targets are, where your upside rejections are. I think it's a really good course. I know you'll be a better trader and you'll have a better understanding of trading when you complete the course with me. So if you have been thinking about it, all you have to do is reach out to me. Just send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message, direct message on Twitter. And if you do reach out to me, I'll reply and say, hey, let's set up a Skype call. We'll do the Skype call. I'll learn a little bit more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals. Then it's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course, specific questions about the course as well. Excuse me. When we're done with the call, you obviously think about it as long as you want. And then in the future, if you decide you want to schedule it with me, just email me back and we'll get it scheduled. It is $1,750, but I promise you, for the time and the attention that you get and the one-on-one, it is definitely worth every penny, I promise you. So if you've been thinking about it, just reach out to me and we'll do that Skype call. Secondly, I do have my first online course that I've ever put up on udemy.com. It is the Deep Dip Buy Stock Trading Strategy. It's 9.5 hours of instruction. I teach you the Deep Dip Buy strategy step by step. It's a great strategy to have, especially right now in the levels that we're at right here. It's only like $12, $13, $14, $15 on Udemy. And so, I mean, to be able to get that entire course for that amount, I promise you, is a steal. It really is, because if you can learn that strategy, it's going to help you with all sorts of trading, whether it's long-term investing, swing trading, intraday trading. So the link is in the description of the video. And then lastly, if you could hit the thumbs up button before you check out of here, if you like today's podcast, if you found something valuable, I would really, really appreciate that. It helps the channel out a lot, keeps the channel around, lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content on this channel. Although it didn't seem like it today. I'll tell you what. So, all right. So Steve is going to be out of everything. So I'm going to start with Steve. Okay. So we're out of SWKS. QLD. We're out of QLD. IWB. SSO, that one's profitable though, still, even with today. SPXL, we're going to take that one off as well. And Monster Energy. Okay. Good to see you, Scott Trades. Really great to see you. Shopify. Kamal is out of Shopify. Still had a profit. Excellent. Out of Fastly. PKI. I would too. It's green. Johan is out of Baidu. Out of the queues. I am as well. Steve's out. Oh yeah, we're all out of there. And in TMO. Okay. Jonathan says, cheers, guys. Cheers to you as well, Jonathan. Thank you for coming. Looking forward to our lesson coming up this Sunday. Gary says, thank you, Greg. Hope everyone had a great day. Thank you, Gary. Quad says, thanks, Greg. Thumbs up as always. Thank you, buddy. I always appreciate that. Lilia says, TM all, although it was incredibly hard to buy anything after daylight today. Yep, I know. It is. It is. But, you know, if you bought TMO, at least we have a plan, right? I mean, we know what our maximum allowed loss is going to be. So if it gets there, we should be okay with that. We know where our end of day stop is here. I like that MACD's positive. I like that we had a V1. I like that we closed over the 200-day moving average. I like that we closed over the negative 1 ATR channel. So, you know, we'll see what happens. All we can do is put the quarter in, pull the slot machine, and see what happens. But we have to have a plan for what happens. We have to know what we're going to do, right? We don't know what the market's going to do, but we have to know exactly what we're going to do, either to the downside or the upside. Miko says, thanks, Greg. Have a great afternoon all. You as well. Wow, what a day. Holy hamburgers. My goodness. My goodness me. But, you know, try to take a positive for this day. Maybe we'll learn a lesson, right? About position sizing. Maybe we'll learn a lesson about correlation. It's kind of hard to talk to people about correlation and position sizing when all the market did was go up. They're like, yeah, old man. You know what I mean? But it happens, and the market always goes down faster than it goes up. That's just the market. Fear is a stronger emotion than greed. And that is why markets go down faster. So Amazon, I think Gary didn't say anything about getting out of Amazon, so I think he's still in. Okay, I am out of Merck. So I have Facebook, QS, overnight SPY trade, sold half of SQ, bonds I don't have anymore. That was a day trade, and TMO. Wow, the board shrunk really quick, didn't it? Mamal says, thanks, Greg. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Mamal. Scott Trade says, good to see you too, sir. I made money today. Oh, nice. But mostly swings from the last two that I took profits on. That's fantastic. Tough market. Great time to study with Greg's course. Can't believe you're selling it so cheap. You know what, Scott? When you sell things on Udemy, you don't have any control over what you sell it for. I think it's up there for $99, but Udemy is in control of the price. So I have no input on what the price is going to be whatsoever. If it was, I wouldn't sell it for $12. I can promise you that. But congratulations on making money today. That is impressive. Kamal says, this DKNG, look at the volatility on the last 7 bars. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Wow. Yep. And all in all, it's just kind of holding that range, isn't it, through all of it? Wow. Well, I guess today we have to lick our wounds. Not Scott. I'm glad Scott made money. But yeah, tough, tough, tough. But I just want to make the point one more time. I generally do not take like two tech stocks in the same day. Why? Because of this kind of situation, right? I took two tech stocks yesterday, but I took a half and a half. So that's equal to one. And I'm totally fine with doing that. But please keep in mind correlation, right? It's very important. You know, can you get outside? Can you go into gold? Can you go into something else? What did gold do today? Down? Down. Yep. What's the final tally? Oh my goodness. NASDAQ down 409 points, down 3%. It's a big down day. NASDAQ down, or Dow Jones down 153. S&P down 58. So by far, NASDAQ was the worst. S&P was the second worst, and the Dow was down the least percentage-wise. All right. Well, let's check this out real quick. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is from Martin Kornfeld. Even on a tough day like today, let's make an extra effort to go out and do something nice for another human being. Let's make an extra effort to go out and do something nice for an animal. The human will appreciate it. The animal will appreciate it. It will make them both feel good. It should make you feel good as well. And, it's not that hard to do, right? And you'll make 3 people feel better for free. So let's keep that in mind, and let's try to do that every day, all right? All right, let's see what's happening after hours if we dare. Okay, Apple's up 23 cents. Dow's up 50 cents. Facebook's up 43 cents. Qs are up 83 cents. QS is up. SPY's up 58 cents. That's good. Square is up $1. That's great. TMO's unchanged. VIX is down 8 cents. All right. Lova says, thank you for everything, Greg. You are certainly welcome, Lova. All right. Anything else I can help anyone with? Any questions? Any clarification on anything? If there is, just please let me know. Funny with the delivery person, right? With that knock. Holy hamburgers, man. Knock, 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 knock. I literally thought, okay, did I do anything wrong? Or the police at my house? I was expecting to go FBI, open the door. Nope. Just a little petite delivery gal that almost knocked my door down. All right, so the board shrunk up pretty quick, but it was a big volatile day, so I don't blame anybody for making those decisions. As long as you followed your plan, like QS, wasn't thrilled about this today. I kind of wanted to just pull the trigger and just get out of everything, but my process, it doesn't tell me to get out yet, right? So just trying to stick to the rules, stay with it. If it goes down tomorrow, I would have thought, well, shoot, I kind of had that feeling, but find some comfort in that you're following your plan. SQ, not happy about this. I mean, my gosh, but You know, it didn't tell me to get out of I got out of half, but I didn't get out of the full position because my rules didn't tell me to. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We shall see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, big day. Let's take a look at the cues. See what that looks like. Yeah, big, huge reversal today. Are we going to find some support here at the 100? Upward sloping 100? Could be. Not sure. Volume was more. Yeah. All right, everybody. I think that's it. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming today. If you could hit the thumbs up button before you leave, I would really appreciate that. So be good, be safe, drive safe, go take a walk, do some deep breathing. We have up days and down days. This just happened to be a down day. It's not the end of the world. We'll get swings back up. It always happens. All right. So I think that's it for today. Take care, everyone. Thanks again. And hopefully see you tomorrow, Friday, during the last hour of the market. Bye-bye now. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.